My name's Brandon Nimz, and this is the Gamers Guild. It's a place where people can come play games and hang out. We also do sell a variety of board games, card games, and other games as well. The primary purpose, though, is for it to be a place where students can come. They can play whatever game they want. We're open from 6:30 until 11:15, like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Friday, we're open even longer, just so students can come play. Sales are something we do on the side. The Gamers Guild was actually opened about 1 year ago, 1 year and a few days. I actually run a local ministry called Unite, and we used to have a game night near campus for college students. It was free. Students could just come play games. The place that we had it was renovating. They were fixing up the building, and they needed us to go somewhere else for the summer. I also own the dojo next door, Aikido of Northwest Kansas, and this place was available for rent. We needed to go somewhere to play games for the ministry, so I said, okay, let's try it. So I decided to rent this part and give it a try. And as the year went on and fall came, we found out the location worked better for us, so we actually went ahead and opened up a game store to help pay the rent. This business is always interesting. The challenge is mostly that I already run a full-time ministry and I teach Aikido next door, so making time to try to run an additional business is very difficult. It's also difficult because a business like this makes a lot of equity, but it doesn't always make a lot of money because players will trade cards. So sometimes they'll trade away cards for new products, but we have to use cash to buy the products. So we build up equity over time, but if there's not a market to buy our cards, then we end up gaining equity but not gaining cash flow, and we need the cash flow to buy more product. So it's always a very difficult balance between equity and cash flow and trying to figure out other sources to liquidate cards so that way we can have cash to continue to operate the business. Actually, this week alone, we have a game schedule up there. Friday, we'll have some Magic the Gathering tournaments. Saturday, we'll have some Kaijudo tournaments and another Magic the Gathering tournament. The first Friday of every month, we do a special gaming tournament. This last month, I believe, we played Risk. We've also done Dominion, Settlers of Catan. We've done all types of different games. But we have about 100 board and card games in the back room that people take out to play, and we like to have tournaments with the different games. It's kind of funny. There are many different types. We have a lot of Fort Hays students, but we also have a lot of high school and junior high students, and a lot of business professionals as well. Particularly the ones who play Warhammer and attend the Warhammer tournaments. They're mostly about 45 to 50-year-old construction workers or graphic designers or other business professionals who have the money and they have the hobbies, so they come play. So it's a very broad demographic, a lot of different types of people. I think the most important thing is actually having a good community, because if you have anyone who comes and they have a bad experience, they remember that. Even if the store improves, even if the product gets better and everything else changes, if they had a bad experience because people were rude, they just don't usually forget that easily. So I think the most important thing is to be friendly and to have a good, inviting community and to help people play. We actually have several programs where people can build a Magic the Gathering or a Yu-Gi-Oh deck for just $5 using certain cards here, where normally it would cost $20 to build. But it lets them build something very cheap and play with it. And we also have decks that they can just use for free. They have to give them back. But it lets them still play even if they don't have money. So we try to let anyone who wants to come and have a good time. I would say our next step is going to be selling more board games. We already are working on a contract with Alliance Games so that we can distribute Settlers of Catan, Ticket to Ride, Small World, a lot of very popular common games, as well as basics like Monopoly and things like that. And then we definitely need to increase our web presence. Right now, the dojo, Aikido of Northwest Kansas, has excellent web presence. But the Gamers Guild has very limited web presence because we're building the website. It'll take about another 140 hours of web programming. But when we're done, I think we'll have a good website for people to find us on their smartphones. I would say it's a great place to come and just have fun. If you don't want to play a game, we have free Wi-Fi internet. Sometimes the ministry coffee house is running. That's suggested donations, so if you don't have any money, you can get a free coffee if you need or a tea, and just sit and play on your laptop, do your homework, watch other people play games. You don't even have to participate. But if you want to participate, it's a great chance to come learn a new game. We have several hundred games, and we can teach you just about any of them. So if you're bored and want to have fun, try something new, come on out. Yeah. Cool. We even have a projector with a Wii, so if you like Mario Kart or something, we can throw that up on a wall. Cool. All right, so a few of our popular games include games like Warhammer. where people will come up, they'll build a lot of models. A lot of times they'll paint them. These are unfinished. And then they'll have battles using different sets of rules. Other popular games include our trading card games. This is an example of a Magic the Gathering duel. We have Magic the Gathering, we have Yu-Gi-Oh!, we have Kai-Judo, we even have Redakai and some less popular ones. Again, we have classic board games as well. Some of you may not play. We have Oriental versions, like we have Go. We also have Shangji, and we have a few other games as well. But we also have chess and more European classics. In addition to a bunch of fun regular board games, and everything from strategy to party games like Apples to Apples or Catchphrase to more European games like Carcassonne or Settlers of Catan. And there are about 120 others in the back room as well. So these are all some of the games we like to play here. There are many more, and you can bring your own. We do ask that if you bring your own game, it be appropriate for any age, since we do have kids here a lot. So, there's some games that are maybe not appropriate for everybody. But yeah, this is a good example. If you ever want to come play, feel free to come by.